Good evening, everybody. I hope everything's cool. I want to talk about Kyrie Irving not fighting back. He's not fighting back, but he's standing his ground, but he's not fighting back. I mean, he should accuse them of buck breaking, which is exactly what they're trying to do. I mean, how many people have watched the movie? How many theaters have shown it? How many people have made money off the movie? He certainly hasn't. I mean, questions like these prove the allegation of racism, buck breaking, and it gives him a leg to stand on. Now, there's another thing that he should bring up. Israelis, known as Jews, they transported, purchased, sold, profited off of selling Hebrew Israelites, formerly known as African Americans, and have yet to apologize or pay reparations. Why haven't Kyrie brought that up? I mean, he had no hand in the production or profit of selling Hebrew Israelites, formerly called African Americans. Now, when we go to now we talk about the movie Birth of a Nation. They made the movie Birth of a Nation, which is far worse from Hebrew to Negro. I mean, Birth of the Nation, if that isn't defamation of character, I don't know what is. They had people running around in blackface, pretending to be black people, and raping women and doing this. And all the while they're doing this, all the while they're making this movie, marking it overseas, making money. They're at home raping black women and children. They're doing what they accuse us of doing, and they're profiting off of it. Now, Kyrie Irving never said the Holocaust didn't exist. It was in the movie. Just like raping white women was in the movie Birth of a Nation. But they made that. He did not make this movie. He didn't make it. And they spread it this and this was the first movie ever made, and they spreaded it all over the world. So imagine if you've never seen a movie before, and you maybe have never even seen black people before, and the first thing you see is black people running around like chimpanzees, acting crazy. And they weren't I mean, if black people were was this ridiculous, they wouldn't be fit to be slaves. And what's really hurting about this thing is that how many African Americans, now known as Hebrew Israelites, fought in World War II to save them from Nazi Germany. We fought to save them from Nazi Germany. You have the red tails protecting American bombers so that they can free them from Nazi Germany. And what do we get in return? They sink the USS Liberty, a Navy unarmed warship. They hit that ship with napalm and bombs and sunk it. And it was clearly marked an American ship. Did they apologize for the USS Liberty? Have they paid restitution or reparations to the families of the crewmen that were aboard that ship? Did they? Should they? I mean, we talk about Black Lives Matter. Well, does white lives matter? You tell me. I mean, we pay for their national health care. We pay with our tax dollars for their free education. And what do we get in return for it? They bombed the USS Liberty. I'm not making this up. Look it up. Don't believe me. And now let's go back to the Holocaust and slavery. I mean, the Holocaust lasted what? 4 to 6 years. 6 million people died. Now, slavery lasted 400 years. Generations of people died. At least 100 million people died. And you're complaining about from Hebrew to Negro after you made Birth of a Nation, which caused people all over the world to hate Hebrew Israelites. Now, we should be suing you for stealing our ethnicity. I mean, we can use Deuteronomy 28, and we can use Revelation 2, verse 9, Revelation 3, verse 9, where Jesus called you all the synagogue of Satan. Now, is the Bible anti-Semitic? Are you going to sue people for reading the Bible? That would be an anti-Semitic statement. The Bible says you worship at the synagogue of Satan. Is the Bible anti-Semitic? And this is supposed to be a Christian nation and we read the Bible. So should the United, wait a minute, is that why we're paying you free education and free health care? Because you sued us for the Bible, which is anti-Semitic? You tell me. And we're still dealing with racism, and it's because of you selling us and telling a lie about that movie. Because it's movies like that makes people make movies like that cause Jim Crow laws and causes us to be disrespected as human beings. You did that. And now what is this anti-Semitic thing you're doing? I mean, because it makes no sense when you look at all the things you've done to African Americans, now known as Hebrew Israelites. I mean, you've taken lives. No African American has taken a life of yours, but you've taken our lives, and then you want to call us anti-Semitic. You can't make this up. I mean, it's racism for you to accuse Kyrie of anti-Semitism. That's racism. Because he and I should be accusing you of stealing our ethnicity. And we have the Bible to prove it, Deuteronomy, which you use and you say is true. And Deuteronomy 28, it talks about nothing but slavery. In fact, it talks about the things you did to me. I mean, and I'm not making this up. But this anti-Semitic stuff you're talking about, you're making that up. Now, did I mention this? You made money off the sale of slaves and you advertised it. You made money off the movie Birth of a Nation and you advertised it and you promoted it. But all Kyrie did was put it in a post. He didn't say watch it or force anybody to watch it. He just put it in a post. I mean, and you should be sued for, that's racism, and you're trying to emasculate black men. That's what he should go to court, take you to court for trying to emasculate black men, as well as taking the Nets, Nike, and the NBA. I mean, all of you are profiting off of what he does. And he's not profiting off of this so-called anti-Semitism. He can't because he's a Jew. But you're profiting off of it, and you're profiting of calling yourself what my ethnicity. And you've stolen that. You've stolen my ethnicity. And the money that you receive for national health care and for free college education, that money should be paid to me. That money should be paid to my family, and we should sue you for that. Kyrie should sue you for that. I mean, you don't have a leg to stand on. Not one. I mean, this is nothing but a modern day lynching. It's a modern day lynching. You know it, and I know it too. So this is how Kyrie should defend himself. I mean, if anything I said is a lie, take it out. But before you take it out, prove it. Am I being illogical here? I don't think so. And if we look at the facts and the evidence as I presented it, then you have to admit that this is just of another case of in your face, all out systemic racism. So let's call a thing what it is. In the meanwhile, everyone, God bless us all, and may justice and morality, logic, common sense prevail. I'm out. God bless.